Been talking about rain several days in a row. Are we seeing enough to really make an impact?
We are now in southern Utah beginning to see an impact. These rains are filling up places like Gunlock Reservoir, some of those reservoirs that are way low by Monticello. They're getting filled up. They have a 2-year supply in the reservoir by Monticello, and it can fill up with a couple of big thunderstorms.
All right, that's good news. Thanks so much. Amazing stories of trauma, addiction, and recovery. Saray is standing by with that.
I'm here with Travis Whittaker, Deer Hollow's Director of National Outreach, and Tim Wonacott, Senior Firefighter from Idaho. Thank you, gentlemen, so much to talk to us about what you've been through. But first, what types of treatments are available at your facility?
So we focus on trauma, addiction, PTSD.
So a lot of things that our community is having to deal with, and they just need a place to go, right?
Absolutely.
So tell us about your story and also the campaign that's tied into We Know. And I know, Tim, you are a firefighter, also former law enforcement.
That's correct, absolutely. I found throughout my career that I had seen, things over the last 20 years that I couldn't forget. It was building up within inside me. I found myself turning to work, turning to other means of coping, drinking too much on occasion, just trying to escape, trying to pretend that I didn't have a problem. That came crashing down on me to a point where I did not know what to do. I called some of my friends at the fire department, and they actually literally came and picked me up from my home, took me to the emergency room, got me processed, and I ended up at Deer Hollow and getting some of the tools to help me learn how to deal with that trauma, which is, in the first responder community, it's a huge thing, and it needs to be looked at, the awareness level that I'm not 10 foot tall and bulletproof. That's my story. I mean, I literally needed to find help.
And Travis, we can't get really into those tools, but how are you helping people? And you, of course, have your own personal story.
So having a safe place to come and do treatment. Talk about the underlying issues of what's going on in our lives, what the trauma is or what the underlying issues, why we continue to use drugs and alcohol, to mask those issues. So having the safe environment, having the therapist, find out, each individual is different, so it's individualized, treatment to find out those things. Yeah, I'm in recovery for 9 years. I suffered with my own addiction for 12. And I found a way out, and that's kind of how the We Know campaigns came about.
Because you've been there.
I've been there, yes. We understand where you are, and we know the way out.
And describe, lastly, just a quick few seconds of how inspiring and how much hope there is, because you have been there, but you're helping the people who are reaching out to you.
Right there.
Prime
Absolutely.
example.
Right
yes.
there.
Yeah.
And it's a daily battle, every day. You can go to a treatment center, but you have to be committed to the treatment. And you have to, when you get the tools, you have to get out and you have to learn.
Thank you for being so brave of telling your story and also wanting to help others. Tell folks who they can call and where they can go for help.
Absolutely. You can go to deerhollowrecovery.com, and the phone number is 888-5-WE-KNOW.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. We'll be right back.
Today at 5.
2 bodies found, 1 decomposing. The murder suspect is now behind bars. What led to that arrest? And Utah versus Idaho. What state benefits you better? We have the answer.
Today at 5 on News 4 Utah.